Welcome back, everyone, and this is part 2, and I'll be covering the nerfs of what they did. So let's begin. Air and slipstream range from 30 to 25. The special ability range, not the range that they shoot with guns and all that. Beat Common Deluge, shields removed, all shield effects have been removed. They were granting unintended damage reduction and weren't shown in the tooltip. Hack Pulse, now a single pulse on cast, no smash damage. Pulse, duration, and DPS bonus scale by star rating. 2-star to 3-star, 4 seconds pulse plus 30% DPS. 4-star, 8 seconds pulse plus 40% DPS. 5-star, 12 seconds pulse plus 50% DPS. G1 coding updated to coat yourself in gold, increase the health by X% per ability level, and gain reflection shield reflecting 30/40/50/65% of all incoming damage. Reapplies every 10 seconds. Reduced health from 53,000 to 37,200 to align with the other special melee bots. So yes, it was a 30k HP that got cut off of him. Blue Streak and Wild Rider, health removed, debuff removed. Now reduces attack and move speed only up to 10/20/30% for 20 seconds. Ability cost updated from 5+3, which is at 3+4. And at the time of making this video, they have decreased his cost to 3+3, which that will go over in tomorrow's video about the balance patch. Damage was roughly 500 more damage than tooltip mentioned. Also fixed. Beast Force Silver Bolt and Sidcatacon ability cost increased from 3+3 to 4+3. Big Daddy and Groundhog attack range 28 to 15 overall reduced to prevent out of bounds hiding. That was a very annoying bug. Computron and Leocacer hack is now counted by anti-hack. Also, no longer has stealth passive. And so, by meaning them, you can use bots that have Liege, Forge, Lance, Buzz, or any anti-hack combat, and they will not be taken over by the hack, since it is no longer a super hack, which is very helpful when trying to face the annoying hacking combiner on defense. Grapple and Dirtbag, the G1 mine spawn interval 10 seconds, now it's at 30 seconds. Leo Prime and Predacon Inferno removes special ability 1 to 10 speed bust. Move to SA11, DPS 1900. Now it's at 864. Range from 28 to 24. Cost 7+4. They aren't completely useless. It just takes more. It takes to use them wisely so you don't burn your team out on points, because that's never good. Lightspeed and Iron Ambition, range reduction adjusted to 95%, was 100%. Not too bad. Optimal Optimus and T2 Megatron, range 19 to 15 cost, was 7+2, now 7+3. SA11 updated, no longer wide explosive. Fire lasts for 13 seconds and not 10. Freeze and now disable. And the cost, I believe, at this time is 6+2. And he's been hurt pretty bad. and they had been going over bots, so have faith with it. Hopefully he can be better than what he is. Ruination and God Neptune. Remove water damage. God Sting. Remove tidal wave effects. Now applies 10 seconds. Disable an electric. DOT on charge. Tidal wave no longer reduces building stats or extend disable now grants plus 40% absorption shield for 5 seconds. Area radius from 8 to 5. Radius reduced from 12 to 5. God Splitter damage 50% lower. No explosion on disabled enemies after death effect. Move to the 5-star. Records assault increased health and DPS decoys. And now they have gone and made him a little better than what this log says, which will also be reviewed in the next video about this patch. Swoop and Scourge no longer a chain disable. Will prefer to disable those that don't have it. Those who get it can't be disabled for 10 seconds. It's a 6-second disable, so 4 seconds of freedom, which could still be deadly, but not as much. Sea Spray and Octopunch now deals the damage that the tooltip says previously. This was doing too much damage. We are currently monitoring this chain. Once it goes live, we don't want to gut any bots or any bots we've done nerfs to. He's still usable. It just, he needs the extra boost from like Rodimus Unicronus, Autobot Inferno, or anyone that would increase damage wise. And he's doing like 5k damage or so. If we're lucky, he might get a little more damage to be more useful. And I still see people running him on teams. Scouts no longer disable lock. All scouts now mirror the Chromia fellback. 3-second disable on a 5-second cooldown base. Range slightly increased. Smoke screen and breakneck. A special ability 11 no longer applies glass gas. Rescout, execute 2 and 3-star, 20%. Special ability 11. 4-star, 30%. Special ability 40%. And 5-star, 40%. And the 11 does 50% execution. It's not as good as the glass gas, but you can just get like outpost bots under 50% and he will one-snipe them. Same with the shield generator. If you have the Titan or anyone that damages it enough that it goes below 50, that's gone. And it's still very useful. You can probably make combos out of doing the one tap from him. It just takes the experimenting and who you have that can work with it. Tasmania Kid and Agony. Ability cost increased 2+3. Tracks and Cutthroat cost 2+5 to 2+7. Now, the cost isn't a big deal, because I only see people using him twice a battle anyways. But you just gotta watch when you use it more wisely this time. And use it when you need to. And not when you don't need it. So you can save those extra points for incidents where you would definitely need it to help your team stay alive. Trailbreaker and Exhaust cost 3+2, now is at 4+2. And we will go over the Titan rebalancing. Titan Assault, the last enemy Titans is now 4-star, level 24. And for Scorponok and Fortress Maxius, they never had a 5-star battle. It was the same battle twice for the Titan fights. Metroplex and Triptychon, Fireball level 4, increased impact damage, DOT, not affected. The Arc and Nemesis, Energo Beam, damage reduced by 20%, Soldering Rain, damage reduced by 33%. Melting Beam, fixed an issue where the beam's damage wasn't applied consistently, increased overall damage by 33%. Tooltips updates Metroplex and Triptychon updated tooltips for Fireball, No Way Explosion, Phantom Beam, Bouncing Beam, Fortress Maxius, and Scorponok. Piercing Beam has been renamed to Heat Beam with an updated tooltip to match. Updated tooltips for Lightning Strike, EMP Beam, Tornado. The Arc and Nemesis updated tooltips for Energo Beam, Shattering Rain, Melting Beam, Catalyst Gas. And these war effects are nothing crazy right now since they lowered Prime League's effects so people can get used to the new teams and see what works so they can know how to use them. And the double war rewards already passed by the time I'm making this video. And for the 11s, new 11s, Ashley Jetfire and Thundercracker, decoys explode upon death, dealing ×2 your DPS of normal damage. Coming soon, Tigerhawk and Waspinator, Cry Blizzard disables targets for 10 seconds, and the slow increase to -70%. Manera and Whirl, Sea Phantom, and Flatline, all they are getting worked on still. And they'll be out, I don't know when. And I'll go over the clarifications as well. Laser Prime Optimus, the second bounce never scaled the ranks. It doesn't reference the bottom bounce standard for all bounce mechanics. Same for Amanda Megatron. Roadbuster and Hatcher only removed After Shield for X cents as originally worded, no change that can be reapplied. Cryo effects often pair with a slow. Not all cryo must do damage. Rhinox's tooltip stays, and I would assume that's for tarantulas. Inferno and Rodimus Unicronus. Tooltip now states clearly final target damage. Nova and Vector Prime, make sure you're on the latest build. Clones all still explode exactly ×4 base damage only. Boss like Cliff Jumper, etc. will get the love with the 5 stars. All bot class and special now say range special, melee special, etc. for clarity. Tiger Chest and Victory Leo can be equipped to range specials only. We rename the classes in special to range specials and to melee special. And about the Tiger Chest and Victory Leo, you can make a very good combo for defense and slow them down on a very good bot. Like I've heard and seen people use that on Fellback Acromia, and since the 11 of them gets the 60% glass gas, it's a walking kill zone if your bots are hit by it. Especially the gunners, jets, medics. And that is all. And for how my thoughts are about the nerfs, some of them needed a nerf. Some of them didn't need it. Some of them, the nerfs shouldn't have happened at all. And some of them got nerfed way too hard. Mostly talking about Optimal Optimus and T2 Megatron, Ruination. When the patch dropped, they've gone over and made him a little better. And some can say Beach and Deluge have been hit pretty hard. And they are no longer a threat to fight. You can probably... You don't necessarily just need certain combats now to just fight him. You can fight him with other stuff that will work, because his health is halved. And the game is changing, but if you can adapt to it and find different combos with the patch prior to using like Smokescreen with Slipstream, when Breakneck or Smokescreen had the glass gas to make the bombing, or Slipstream and Air Raid with Dreadwing. And that is all I have for today, and tomorrow will be over the fixes and the updates that they have done since the patch has dropped. And stay tuned for more.